Hello, Dr. Howard Dennis, your high performance coach today. Hey, we've been talking about our core sessions, all right? And what I'd like to do is I want to go over some things today that will last about 7 to 14 minutes. And my goal today is to check in on your forward movement, all right? Forward progress is what this is all about. We want to check in also about your energy you're bringing to the table, the joy you have in your life, and the confidence you have. And we want to strengthen those and help you become more vibrant. And I want to help you see your world different. So these are the goals I have for you today. And I want to just do a rehash of our course sessions, because this past week I've done a recertification, and it was Monday through Thursday this week, about noon to 6 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. But there was coaches of all ages, high performance coaches of all ages. Some of them were over in Australia, and it was like 1 in the morning there. And so I was very inspired by their dedication. It's just amazing to see that many people want to up their game in life. All right, and if you remember, high performance is about exceeding norms continuously over the long haul while maintaining your positive mental health and relationships. So this isn't about doing great at work and sacrificing your family for that, or just focusing on one area of your life. This is about being whole. It's very holistic, all right? And so one thing that I was thinking about too in this recertification process is that what makes a great coach? And I just want to go over 3 to 5 things that make a great coach. What makes me a great coach is that we hold the space for you, the client, to answer the questions and determine how you want to write your new story. All right? And what I mean by that is we want to help you see your world different and go forward in a different way, and just help guide you, shape that process. Okay, so holding that space for you to do that and answer the questions is huge. And second, to listen intently and to notice and guide you forward in this life that you're creating. All right, so I want to ask a few questions today for you to think about that I think are really pertinent at this time in our lives. And the one is why don't you just tell me what you're grateful for? All right? Write that down in your journal. What are you grateful for this past week? And then what are you grateful for this past year? What are you thankful for? What has went really well this past year? Write that down. What's 5 things that you really have upped the ante, so to speak, this past year, and that you're really proud of? All right, and I think it's really important when you write this down is, why is that important to you also? So not only you write down what you're thankful for this year, write down why that's important to you. And then what else are you thankful for? And how does that feel? All right. One of mine is I've met some great clients, great client members, great people that have great ambitions for themselves to go forward in life. And it's very encouraging to see people that want to grow. And why is that important? Because I want to grow too. And that feels amazing, meeting people on fire that take their time on this earth seriously, and they want to make something. They want to do something great. And there's nothing wrong with that. So how have you been this past year? What are you grateful for? And write that down. What's went really well with you this past year? All right? And then on the flip side, what hasn't went so well this year? All right? And what have you learned from that? And I've left this stuff up from our last session too, because this can maybe strike your memory too of what you need to step up with. But what have you not done well this past year? Not so well. All right? Write that down, and write down what you've learned from that and why that's important. You've made a note of this. And if that keeps going on, how will that feel if you keep allowing that to go on? all right? And maybe something you didn't have any control in, all right? But what I found interesting too was speaking with some of these coaches is that they were thankful for their failures and their hard times in life that they've went through, because they all use that as a learning experience. We can use everything for learning. A friend of mine, and plus a highly successful person in my eyes, Ben Altadonna, always says that there's no failures, it's all learning. It's all learning, no failures. And I'm sure someone else has said that too, but that's what I attribute him to telling me. All right? So another thing, what are your big goals this year? Excuse me, within the next 12 months. We're not out of this year yet, but what is your big goals for the next 12 months? And write those down, and why is that important to you? And then how will that feel when you do it? So when you're looking forward to your next year and your best self, that next best step for you, what are your goals? Why are they important to you? And how will it feel when you accomplish those? And one thing that I learned too, and I've talked about my friend, one of my best friends that passed away, I think he was 41, from Lou Gehrig's, is he learned to enjoy every day and every step of the way versus just going from one goal to the other. Because if we don't enjoy the process, there's not a lot of satisfaction in life. So I would also make it a point to say, what's went really this week? And pat yourself on the back. All right? There's nothing wrong with that, to celebrate your wins. And they are intertwined in our fibers of life, and they really help us gain momentum in life. Because if we're not celebrating, then we're really truly not feeling our day, and that's about high performance, and we're truly not feeling our life. All right? And that infects us in a not so good way. So what are you looking forward to this year? What are your goals this year? Why are they important? And then how are you going to celebrate each week and celebrate those goals once you reach them? All right? So listen, maybe you're facing some big decisions like now, or they're up and coming. Maybe you've been stuck in a rut, and one day has turned into 1 week, has turned into 1 month, has turned into 10 years of delay and doubt and indecision. And what I want to do is I want to give you a kick in the hind end in a good way forward today. I want to give you a 5-step clarity blueprint that will help ambitious individuals transform their potential going forward and turn your results into extraordinary results. I believe if you're stuck, you're making that good choice, you want to make a great change in life, you should get this 5-step clarity blueprint now, simply by going to the link in the featured links. In the featured links, there's a link there to get this for free. All right? And you'll work through that. It doesn't take long, and it's free, and it doesn't cost you anything. And there is great value in this. And yes, this is powerful enough to get you moving forward, and that's what we need to do. Don't delay another day, or simply text us at 423-460-9757, the word clarity, and we'll send this free 5-step clarity blueprint to you immediately, and you can start having forward motion, because that is one of the big things I learned this past week too, is so many people are thankful for the coaching. They're thankful for committing, because it's helped them get out of the slump they're in. All right? So listen, Dr. Howard Dennis, your certified high performance coach today. Hope you've got something out of this. So hit the link below and get this 5-step clarity blueprint and go make something happen today. Thank you.